Hey everybody, it's the Technical Wizard here, and it's 1:55 a.m. right now. I should be working on my beauty sleep, but I can't sleep. So here I am making a video. What do you do when you have a lot of free time and 7 iMacs just sitting around? Well, most of them haven't been powered up in like at least 2 years now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig them all out of the closet one by one, plug them in, power them up, test all of the components like CD-ROM drive, USB ports, make sure they still work and everything. So let's get to it. Alright, so first up is the iMac that has been in the collection, the Imac G3 collection, the longest, which is my Flower Power Imac G3. I got this on May 18th, 2013, I believe. I know it was 2013 in May, but I don't remember the exact date. But it has the original keyboard and mouse, original power plug, which I'm not using because I've got another one down there. Still has pieces from the original bezel and a little note that the owner left with it. I still keep that just for the good times. So go ahead and plug it in. Go around over here. Go ahead and power it up. When I got this unit, it had the original install of macOS 9.1, but at one time it got corrupted, and luckily I had a backup of it or something, and I just copied everything back onto the hard drive. And here we are in the original install of macOS 9.1. Over time, I've added a ton of extensions to this thing. I don't know why though, because I remember, actually a long time ago, I remembered I used to like them, like the startup screen full of extensions, but I'm probably gonna clear some of them off just because they're pretty pointless. Look at all them extensions. I mean, some of them had X's, but a long time ago I really didn't care. And this was the wallpaper that was on it when I bought the thing. Alright, so here we are in OS 9.1. Obviously the clock battery's dead. Okay, macOS 9.1. And this has a 20 gigabyte hard drive. It's 500 megahertz, and we got a CDRW drive. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a CD and put it in. Also, I'd like to point out, oh me, Classzilla. I should try that again, but let me see when this was modified. Okay, I thought it froze for a second, but 2019. Okay, so this thing hasn't been powered up in a year. But got a CD. Let's go ahead and try it. It's struggling. Struggled, but it got it. Not too bad compared to some of the other ones that I've got. Alright, spinning up. Untitled CD. Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember a long time ago, I wanted to try and put Linux on this computer, so I tried to burn Linux to a CD, but being as dumb as I was, I didn't extract anything from the RAR file. But we live and we learn, right? Alright, so it's not that bad. Just gotta let it warm up and do it a couple of times, but go ahead and shut her down and we'll move on to the next one. Okay guys, up next we have the Blue Dalmatian Imac G3. Took me a while to find this. I got it for Christmas in 2013, but I got it had OS X Tiger on it, but I wiped it and put 10.0 on it a while back, but I eventually put Tiger back on it along with an install of 9.1, I believe, but enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and start it up. Alright, got a solid bong. This one's got a 40 gigabyte hard drive, 600 megahertz, and a CDRW drive. I don't think any of these came with DVD-ROM drives. Could be wrong, but I don't think they did. But we got the Apple logo, so it's obviously still got OS X on it. And excuse the blur, it's because of the CRT. Go ahead and enter my password. I think this install of Mac OS X has been on here since 2015, if I'm right. Don't quote me on that, though. Oh yeah, I think I remember when. This will tell me when it was last powered up. February 8th, 2018. That's when I did some geometry project for school. And it's got Firefox on it. Let me see when I downloaded this. 2015. Nice. This doesn't sound like the typical CD-ROM or CDRW drive, but it works nonetheless, so can't complain. It is a DVD drive, so I have no idea where the original CDRW drive is, but I know I need to find another one. Use this DVD drive for something else. Oh goodness, come on. It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? Alright, finally got the disc out. I had to do it a couple of times, but on to the next one. Okay guys, up next is the Blueberry Imac G3. This is one of, if not the most beat up Imac G3 that I've ever owned, because I didn't record it when I got it, but the inner bezel was just disintegrated, like not even existent. The CRT wasn't even held on, and the case was all scratched up and stuff. I'm surprised that it still works, but it actually worked with the bezel being broke up and stuff like that, but that was like in 2016, but let's go ahead and power it up. I remember a long time ago I replaced the hard drive in this unit. Had a Western Digital, but I got this hard drive out of my tray loading Blueberry Imac G3, which I don't even use it anymore, barely. Alright, we got the happy face, I'm presuming OS 9, because I remember I got a bunch of my G3s and put them back to their factory settings. Kind of wish I hadn't done it though, but either way, they'll make them worth more in the future, I hope. But it's funny because I remember when these iMacs used to be dime a dozen. I was like, when I was younger, I wanted one really bad, because that was when I first discovered old Macs. And funny thing, this one does not have FireWire. So this was one of the really early ones. This is a 350 megahertz Imac G3. Probably the run to the roundhouse, you could say. Okay, got a mouse. And obviously the PRAM batteries are dead on all of these, so I'm gonna get the time errors. Actually, let me check. I bet it's dead, but yep, it's dead. Yeah, these disk drives have seen better days. Goodness me. Alright, finally went in somehow. I just used these nail clippers to press the eject button. But read the CD okay, let's go ahead and eject it. Of course. It's gonna be one of those days, I can already tell. Oh, me. Alright, so the disc was not coming out of that blueberry no matter what I tried. Even tried using my pocket knife, but that did not work. So, on to the next one, I guess. So here today, or right now. So here we have the strawberry Imac G3. I got this one for a real bargain. I even have the matching keyboard. You can see it, this is the strawberry keyboard, but I still have yet to find a strawberry mouse. So I went and grabbed another CD. Let's go ahead and power it up. This one still has speakers, but I think they're on the way out. And this hard drive does not sound very healthy. These CRTs don't look as bad once they warm up. When I got this thing, it was actually in really rough shape, but the surprising thing is that this bezel is still intact. Because of all things on this computer, I figured the bezel would have been trashed. Because you can't really see it on camera, but the whole thing's scratched up. And I got it, the little flip stand or the stand or whatever it's called on the bottom of it was broke off. I didn't have the stand to it, so I just put a ruby one on and a ruby RAM door for the time being. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do, because most of these still need parts, because I built this collection up since I was like in 4th grade maybe, and I finished it up when I was in like middle school. It was right before I started surviving 2016, so that'll give you a hint. Norton antivirus. Really? Yeah. Clock battery's dead. Let's try the drive. It doesn't even feel like it's barely going. I just don't want to risk getting it stuck, because, man, that always sucks. Because you gotta take the bottom of it off and get it out. Alright, read the CD, let's go ahead and take her on out. Alright, it actually came out. Lovely. Go ahead and turn it off. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I think I accidentally clicked Internet Explorer, but whatever. Let's go ahead and get the next one. Well, here's a treat from, if any of y'all watched the Tech Bros a long time ago. Me and my buddy Andrew Rouse bought this, and we fixed it, because when we bought it off of eBay, the guy that shipped it did a horrible job of packing it. And the bezel was completely destroyed, and the CRT was actually broken near the back because there was glass coming out of it. But either way, we fixed it, and I think this actually has the CRT out of the Flower Power iMac, but I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and power it up. I think it does, but I don't want to say for sure. Because I remember it had like an issue where it like turned purple and stuff. That's why I pulled it out of that computer. Had a bunch of vertical lines for a second. That's not good. And it's running in native resolution. That's lovely. Yeah, it looks pretty dim right now. It needs to warm up. But I replaced this part right here. I just pulled the Apple logo off of the old one. It's got like residue. Because if y'all don't remember, a long time ago I don't know if I recorded this or not, but my dad and I went to Texas for a weekend, and when I was there I bought 7 Imac G3s and just scrapped them all and used them for parts over time. They were like 5 rubies and 2 indigos, and the indigos, one of them had a dead screen and the other one didn't work at all. But that was neat. And I think this is actually the hard drive out of one of them. That's good. Hard drive, yeah, I done wiped it already. Let's go ahead and try the disk drive. That one didn't need as much help, and this one doesn't have the speakers anymore. I don't even see why I yanked them out. I really don't. I should have just at least kept the wires. Alright, read the CD. Let's go ahead and eject. That one didn't need as much help, so this one seems good. On to the second to last. Alright, so here's one of the Imac G3s that has probably had the most repairs, if not beaten by the Indigo. But this is the Grape Imac G3 that I got in 2015. It's really not even the same iMac it was, because other than the case, literally everything in here is from a different iMac, I think, but might have the same CRT, but I highly doubt it. Because I remember one time the motherboard blew out in this computer, and I just took it out, and I went and bought a Tangerine Imac G3 and just completely gutted it out and used most of it for this one. But let's go ahead and power it up. Yeah, this doesn't have the same CRT anymore. I done took it out. It probably failed, knowing this computer. Let's see what OS we have. 9.1. Now, here's a really funny fact if y'all didn't know, but the really, really early slot loading Imac G3s actually shipped with macOS 8.6. It was on this hard drive when I bought the computer, but it was booting into OS 9.1. But I tried booting to OS 8.6, but it'd like go to the welcome to macOS screen and just freeze, because I think they done updated the firmware on this board a while back. But looks like the PRAM battery's dead. Wow! Look at that. That's funny. I mean, it's a few hours off, but I'll go ahead and change it, see if it actually keeps it. But it is April 28th, 2020. It's 2:30 in the morning right now. That's funny. But I'm probably going to have to remove it soon because I want it to blow out and destroy this board. page manager. This hard drive actually had a bunch of stuff on it. January 9th, 2005. That's when this... It was probably reformatted or something, but it was a bunch of stuff from the previous owner of the old iMac. That hard drive doesn't sound healthy. Most of these Maxter hard drives are obnoxiously noisy, but let's go ahead and see what this drive does. It doesn't even try to eject it. Yeah, I'm not going to try this one because I think it works, but I don't want to count my eggs before they hatch. I just don't want to get another disc stuck in one of these. Let's see. It's a DVD-ROM drive because I think that's what all these shipped with, except for the Blueberry though, because it came with a CD-ROM. Go. All right, on to the last one. All right, guys, here's the last one. My Tangerine Imac G3 that I got in 2015. I replaced the speakers in this. I used the other Tangerine iMac that I bought just to part out for this purpose. And since this is the last one, I had nothing else to do. I went ahead and got the matching peripherals that went with it. And this also came with the manuals and the restore discs that I got hiding out somewheres, but let's go ahead and power it up. Ew, hard drive doesn't sound healthy. And it lags a little bit on the startup screen, so I should probably consider replacing it. One of the hard drive brands that I cannot stand is Maxter, because they're just obnoxiously loud. I rather they would have used a quantum hard drive, but it's whatever. Also, this used to have the original install of OS 9.0.4, but I had to update it because something got messed up with the firmware, and I had to update the firmware, obviously. Ooh, blur cam's coming back to life. That's amazing. Now it looks better. You don't hear that hard drive. Sounds like a pattern. That's how you can tell it's on its way out. She's taking a while. I just hope it stays alive long enough so I can recover my stuff off of it. Ew, excuse me. Yeah, I should really replace this hard drive. I just gotta figure out how an effective way to back everything up. Come on, baby. You're almost there. Okay, we got a mouse. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. And clock battery's dead on this one. There we go. Finally to the desktop. So, some of your QuickTime software failed to load because it is out of date. I'm not even going to worry about it, but let's go ahead and try a CD. We'll make sure that it's actually going to try to eject it. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Went in. And this is a DVD-ROM drive. Alright. Thought it was about to break or something, but let's go ahead and eject it. Come on, you. Just needs a little bit of help, but anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this little video of me testing all of these Imac G3s that have sat forever, but who knows, one day I want to, whenever I have my own place, or find a place to do this, I want to make a nice setup and have all of them on one table and stuff like that. But anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this little video. If y'all want more like this, be sure to let me know, and I will see what I can do. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll be seeing you guys later. This is the Technical Wizard, signing off.